Hi, and welcome to day 10 of your yoga practice. My name is Mary. Today we're going to be working with our hands. Our hands do so much for us, but oftentimes we don't really think about them until they're causing us pain. So let's do a little bit of preventative medicine today. So come to our favorite position, mountain pose or Tadasana, your feet about hip width distance apart. Let's just come into practice. Slight micro bend to your knees, feet grounded, draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and then draw your shoulder blades down and back. Feeling that openness and natural position of your body. So just begin by bringing your arms out in front of you, and we're just going to do some wrist rolls. So just moving your wrists in a circular fashion out, and then we'll switch directions in. Just kind of loosening things up. Now, make a fist and then slowly open your hands and spread your fingers as wide as you can. And let's do that a couple times with breath. So exhale as you clench your fists, inhaling as you open up. And let's do that just a couple more times with your own breath. And think about how often our hands are kind of crunched together. So having this openness really helps to relieve some of the nerve pain that we sometimes get. Okay, one more time. Now, come into a warrior two-like pose. Let's see what we can do. I'll talk you through it. So bring your feet wider than hip distance. Point your toes of your front foot one direction, and then have the knife edge of your back foot pressing into the earth. Bring your arms up in front of you, stretched out from side to side. So we're going to be doing an exercise as we breathe in. Bring your wrists up, point your fingers to the sky, straighten your front leg, and then exhale, point your fingers to the earth. Breathing in and out. One more time on this side, in and out. And then we'll just scooch our feet around and just go to the opposite side. So your other foot will be in front now. And we'll just do the same thing. So breathing in, pointing your fingers up, exhaling, bending your knees, pointing your fingers down. So you should be feeling a stretch all along your forearms as you do this stretch. And just continue with your breath, strengthening your arms, stretching all those muscles and tendons associated with your wrists. And one more time. And then we'll come to the front of your mat and we'll do a warrior one position. So bring your feet about hip width distance apart, draw your left leg back, and once again, find a position where you have a nice solid base. So you shouldn't be feeling any pain in your knees. So if you are experiencing any discomfort, just adjust yourself so that you have a solid base. So now bring your arms in front of you. We're going to straighten our leg and then touch your fingers to your shoulders, bending your elbows, straightening your leg. And then as you come forward, point your fingers like you're shooting a gun, bend your knees. Now come back, touch your shoulders again, and then bring two fingers forward and your thumb up, up. And then just your pinky is bent. All the other fingers are pressing forward. One more time, breathing in, and then spread all of your fingers. Now, step your left foot up and we'll do the other side. So just slowly drag your right foot back, finding that nice strong base. Bend in your left knee, bring your arms in front of you. As you breathe in, straighten your front leg, touch your fingers to your shoulders, and then do like a pointing, like you're bang, bang. And then breathing in, touch your shoulders, two fingers out and your thumb up. And back 3 fingers, just your pinky bent. This can be like a really tight one. And back. And then all of your fingers spread wide. And then straighten your leg. And then step your foot up. So now we're going to come to hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. Your hands will be under your shoulders. Your knees about hip width distance apart. And we're just going to rock forward and backward just slightly so that you feel a stretch in your wrist. Not overstretching, just feeling a little bit of relief maybe. Now point your fingers out to the sides, and then we're going to slowly rock from side to side. Once again, feeling a little bit of a stretch in your wrist, never overstretching. And then coming so that you're sitting on your heels. This one is a little tricky, so if your wrists are feeling a little bit of strain, take good care. So come up and place your fingers towards your knees. So this might be enough of a stretch already, but if you want a little bit of a more stretch, you can slowly bring your bum towards your heels. So feeling the stretch in the inside of your arm. And then you can release that, sitting on your knees, and we'll just do a couple of wrist rolls. And then come to a seated position. If a chair is more comfortable, you can grab a chair. Bring your hands into a prayer-like position, but we're going to give a little bit of pressure into the palms. So press your palms together so your arms will be a little bit in front of you. And just take a breath or two here. And then you can just release your hands to your heart and then down to your sides. And then we're just going to do a short meditation. So settle in. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes. Otherwise, you could just find a spot to gaze in front of you. And just draw awareness to your hands. Thank your hands for all of the things that they do for you. Imagine that you have a bucket of warm wax sitting right in front of you, and you can dip your hands into this warm wax. And the wax forms a cocoon around your hands. And feel the wax soaking in, providing nourishment to your hands. And then now lift your hands out of the warm wax. You can feel the wax hardening, forming a cocoon of safety around your hands. And just imagine that you're always thinking about your hands in this nice cocoon, taking care of them, being careful for them. And then you can slowly peel the wax away from your hands and let your fingers wiggle and move and feel the ease and comfort that you feel. And slowly open your eyes. We'll take a deep breath as a class together. Draw your hands to your heart. And then exhale. Namaste.